Hi Paul, this is a video that I'm going to make for you um, regarding the Slimflex capabilities in a developer's perspective. I wanted to do this video because number one, it's probably quicker for me, and number two, it might be better for you to watch as I navigate through the browser than to have to look through some documents. And I haven't planned for this, so I'm just going to kind of just go for it. And I'm sure I'll make some mistakes and sound stupid, but don't have a lot of time, so here we go. So I have a browser open. In this case, it's Mozilla Firefox, and the reason why I say that is because there might be some features in this browser that you may not have in Internet Explorer. So I just want to make that clear. Anyway, I'm going to go to the Slimflex demo at slimflex.aquatrack.com. This is one of our demos. You probably are aware of it. Okay, so here we have, again, let me first say this again. I'm going to speak in terms of a developer perspective and how a developer might approach looking at the Slimflex's browser interface and determine what he can get out of the browser in a programmatic way by creating his own program, and how his program may communicate with the Slimflex directly and extract data out of it. So here we go. First thing I want to point out is that in this browser view we have two sides. We have the left side and the right side. That's obvious to you, but what may not be obvious to you is that these two sides are actually different web pages. And to show you that, if you right click on the browser screen and go to View Page Source, again this is Mozilla Firefox, Internet Explorer might say something different. This says View Page Source. Now this is the source code to what's being to the Slimflex browser, and we will see that it's using a frame set. I won't go into what that means, other than I will tell you that it's a way of making more than one web page appear in one browser. And so what the developer of the Slimflex here, or Ed Hill, has done is he created a frame set that includes two frames, the left side and this right side. And the left side, its web page URL is view.htm. So check this out. If I just copy this, actually I could type it, but I'm going to add the view.htm name to the URL up there and then hit enter. And notice how the right side disappeared and the left side is here now. And that's because I've told my browser, just go to the view.htm web page. Forget about the right side. If I wanted to go, and let me go back to that view source, the right side is called sys.htm. So I'm just going to type it in here. And now you can see that just the right side is being shown. And the reason is because I explicitly went to the web page called sys.htm. Now what Ed Hill has done is he implemented what in HTML it's called a frame set, which allows you to add multiple web pages. In this case he added the view.htm and the sys.htm into the same web page. And I'll make sense of why I'm talking about this, hopefully anyway. And then he specified that the view will be on the left and the sys will be on the right. Okay, so in a developer's point of view, the reason why that is useful to know is because if I want to go into, let's say, relay number 1, or this is relay number 4, the biocide pump, I click the link on the left side and notice how the right side changes, right? And so now we're looking at the configuration page for biaside B, or relay number 4. And by the way, the reason why I knew it was called relay number 4 is because if I hover over this link right here, notice down in the bottom left-hand corner it says, I'm pointing my finger, but you can't see my finger. It says controller.aquatrack.com:1007/R4. That is, R4 is relay number 4. .htm specifies that it is a web page. And I hope I don't digress too much, but notice this, watch. If I do, notice that URL down in the bottom left-hand corner, that /r4.htm is just a web page, and if I type it up here, r4.htm, notice how it just brings up what was on the right side in the previous screen that we were just looking at. So I'm trying to point out that everything is just a web page, and Ed has split it up into frame sets to a left side and a right side. And again, I will point out why this is significant in a developer's point of view. Okay, back to what I was trying to get at. So I click the biaside B pump, and now we're looking at the configuration page over here. And this data that we're looking at, pre-bleed, lockout, all these settings here, there is no easy way, there's no built-in way that the Slimflex lets a developer extract that data out. You have to look at it and copy it down or something. However, in a developer's point of view, there's always a workaround. And so the workaround in this case, in my opinion, the easiest way to do this is if I wanted to collect all of this data that's here in this right side of the screen, I'm highlighting it now, I could create a program that goes directly to this page, and this page is called, oh, we already specified it was called R4HTM. So I would have my program go directly to this web page. Forget about going to this URL here and then having to navigate. I go directly to the web page. Oops, what did I do there? That was weird. What did I just do? Let's do that again. Don't know what that was all about. All right. Okay, so let's try to picture I have a program that it communicates to this URL up here. And when that occurs, what happens is the program will receive all of the raw data of this web page. And what that raw data will look like is this. If I go to View Page Source, I just right-clicked on the web page. Now this is what the program will receive. This is the raw data of the web page before it's rendered by the browser. All of this junk. And you don't even care about what all this stuff means. A developer does care. And so what the developer will do is when all of this data is passed from the Slimflex to his program, he can what they call screen scrape all of the data out of this form. This is the form here. And he can go into this form and collect the data out of it, the data that he wishes to collect from the Slimflex. Now, of course, this is it's not an easy way for a non-developer to get this data. It would have to involve development and some programming. But this is the way you would do it. You would have the developer, I'll say it again, you'd have the developer go straight to the web page in his program, and then that program will receive data that looks like this, that is this actually, and then his program will have to parse through all of that junk and get the stuff that he wants out of it. So that was an example of how you would want to get data out of the relay number 4. Now, relay number 3 is R3.htm. So now we're looking at biaside A. And again, the program would screen scrape this page and get the data for relay number 3. Now, if you wanted to go to relay number 2, I think you see the idea already. So this would be the data coming in from relay number, whatever I said, relay number 2. And he'd screen scrape that. Okay. So that was the relays. If you wanted to get data from a sensor, notice how when I hover my mouse over this conductivity link, the bottom left-hand corner has the URL /s1.htm. Stands for sensor number 1. So if I click that, notice the right side here displays the conductivity sensor information. But as a programmer, I don't care about the visual aspect of the conductivity sensor. I want to collect the raw data from conductivity sensor, or sensor number 1. So my program would have to go to that URL /s1.htm. That's the web page for sensor number 1. And so you can see visually, this is the web page. And then my program would screen scrape the raw data coming in. And so my program would parse through all that and get the stuff out of it and put it wherever I want to put it, within a database or on a text file or something. Okay, so hopefully I'm making sense as to how the Slimflex web page is designed in a way. And what I mean by that, it's designed in the sense that it's a left side, right side schema. And the left side will always show the graphical cooling tower that has links on it. And when you click on a link, it changes the right side of the screen. And the right side of the screen is in context of what you just clicked. And so the point in terms of let's see, the point. What is the point? I don't know what the point is. The point I'm trying to make is the developer is concerned about what the right side of the screen is. What's the raw data on the right side of the screen? Because that's where all the interesting information is at. And so the developer will have to learn what is the name of the web page of the right side of the screen. And to easily find out, he just has to hover his mouse over a link, look in the bottom left corner, and in this case you can see that this web page is named s3.htm. And so when I go to s3.htm, the data comes back only for that particular I/O that I clicked. All right. I hope I'm making sense here. Let's see. So that's what the developer will want to know. Another thing that the developer will want to know in terms of what the Slimflex can do in terms of spitting out data is if you go to the home link over here on the right side and then go to configure, you will see this link called XSpeak. This is a link that will trigger the Slimflex to return XML data, or more specifically, it will return a screenshot of the current state of the controller. And so at the time when I clicked that XSpeak link, it downloaded this data here. This is in XML format. And this data will contain information for each of the IOs, including some what they call metadata, such as you can see the serial number here, the part number. Now let's just go through it. So this XML data is broken up like this. It's broken up into different tags, and each inside of certain tags you'll have certain information. This one, you have this header tag, HDR tag, and it starts here and ends here. You can tell the ending tag with that backslash or forward slash. Anyway, inside the header area, you have header information, the serial number, part number, the manufacturer name. I don't know what this is. I would assume it's the application, maybe. I'm not sure. HB, I'm not sure what the 0 stands for. The D is the date, the time, the day of the week, and U